lights up on a peaceful, quaint, tranquil farming town, possibly somewhere in the Midwest. We are near the outskirts of a barn somewhere on a farmer's property. In the distance, we can hear the sounds of various animals grazing, birds chirping, and some farm equipment humming along. Soon, an old farmer, grizzled and wise beyond his years, comes walking onto the stage, carrying with him two bales of hay under each arm. He notices the audience and, putting down the two bales, he sits upon them and speaks. All of you, I'm sure, have heard of the famous line in the poem by Alfred Lord Tennyson. In the spring, a young man's fancy lightly turns to thoughts of love, right? Well, in my long life, I've sometimes noticed that these kinds of fancies seem to happen in, let's just say, the summer. Not only that, sometimes it takes a certain bit of a gentle push to make sure that some young men's fancies turn to love. I remember, just a few weeks ago actually, when three particular boys in this here town, all of them lifelong friends, were just a tad bit unreceptive to thoughts of love and of the dreaded opposite sex. Yep, I remember those three little goofballs and how differently they were acting just a few weeks ago. Slowly, onto the stage romp three boys, all aged around 10 to 12. They are laughing, joking, jostling, and play fighting with one another as they head on. The old farmer watches them and smirks. Yep, there's the three knuckleheads now. I remember. It was a day like any other. I was busy stacking hay to give to my horses for later, when those three came barreling on like bulls in a china shop. They do this almost every day in the summer, laughing, hollering, wrestling, shoving, the works. If I had it my way, I'd put those three lazy loafs to work doing chores on my farm. I'd even pay them for it. But no, those three had their own ideas. Well, rather that first boy there, the one on the left, he had the ideas. Those other two just went along with it. Indeed, from the left we see boy one, who, by the way he carries himself, like he's 10 feet tall, is the leader of the trio. Boy two is next to him, and he seems to be the joking prankster type, as he's very animated and has a grin on his face. Boy three, despite playing with the other two, seems to be more of a quiet, shy type. He seems to more just go along with the crowd rather than have his own thoughts.
All right, gentlemen, this is it. It's the summertime.
Yeah, summer. Not so stupid teachers, their textbooks, and crummy homework.
I say we make a vow to one another, the three of us. We're going to make this summer the absolute best one of our lives. It'll be adventure every day. We'll go swimming, go hiking, explore the woods, go to some ball games. The works.
Second that.
I third it.
As for the things we won't give a heck about, firstly, no stupid, silly, back-breaking summer jobs.
Yeah, that means you, Gramps. No feeding your chickens, carrying your hay, or cleaning up after the cow poop.
Secondly, no doing any kind of preparation for school in September. That means no schoolwork, no textbooks, and no reading.
Except comic books, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Comic books are fine.
What about those detective stories you can get for a quarter at the drugstore? Or the Tarzan books, or those cool sci-fi books, or...
Yes, that's all fine. Just no stuffy, dusty old textbooks. That's all. Now then, third of all, and this rule I cannot stress enough, is the most important. No girls.
Amen to that.
Yeah, no girls. But why not no girls?
Why not no girls? Why not no girls, he says. Get a load of him.
I'll tell you why. Because all girls like to do is silly, stupid, goofy nonsense. They flip about and giggle and wear dumb dresses. They put on makeup, paint their nails, and worst of all, they start getting those romantic feelings.
Ugh. It's worse than my mom's meatloaf.
Romantic feelings?
Well, yeah. They see a bunch of fellas like us. They want to start doing mushy stuff. If you give them enough rope, they'll want to start holding hands.
Yuck.
Gaze into our eyes while they bat their eyelashes.
Oh,
And pretty soon, as if that wasn't enough, they'll want to start. Ugh. I can't even finish the thought. It's so gross.
What do they want to start doing? Come on, spit it out. You're making me nervous.
everything makes you nervous.
Soon, they'll want to start kissing on us.
Kissing?
Kissing?
Kissing. Yeah. Girls like that make me positively ill. Just the way they look at you all goo-goo-eyed, then puckering up and trying to smooch you on the nose, the cheek, even the lips.
The lips.
Gosh, is it really that bad?
Of course it is. For example, my older brother and I used to do everything together. Go to the carnival, swimming, ball games, everything. Then 6 months ago, some girl his age moved into town. They took one look at another and whammo, they were all goo-goo-eyed with each other. Soon, she started kissing on it. And what's worse, he liked it. He'd kiss her back, on the lips especially. It seemed like every time I'd see the two of them together, his lips would be locked to hers.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick. How horrible.
Pretty soon, anytime I wanted to have fun with my brother, he'd just push me away and say, "Not now, Squirt. Anna and I are going out on a date."
Curse you, Anna.
Well, gee, fellas, doesn't it make more sense to just, be happy for him? I mean, just like the fact that he's found himself someone nice.
Did you take your sissy pills today before we met up?
Nope, it's decided. Us three aren't gonna let love and mushy stuff like that infect us. No girls, none at all.
None at all.
None at all.
Oh, brother.
Something you want to say to us, old timer?
Yeah, Gramps. If you have something to say, spit it out.
Watch how you talk to me before I kick you two dopes into next week.
What's so funny about what he said, sir?
What's funny is I happen to think it's cute that you three think you can escape it.
Escape what?
You know what.
We don't, or else we wouldn't have asked.
Well, he beckons the three boys closer. They all gather around him. You're all at that age now, give or take, where this sort of thing starts to creep in. You might deny it at first, might try to fight it, but sooner or later, it gets you.
What gets us?
Well, Twitter patient, of course.
Twitter patient?
Well, that's what they called it when I was your age.
Back in the Stone Age, I reckon.
There were a lot of boys your age back then in this town, myself included. And all of us made the same vows to each other that you three just made. No love, no mushy romance, no girls. Well, one by one, we all got Twitter pated.
Gosh.
Yep, we all found that special girl in our lives, and no matter how much we tried to fight it, how much we deny it, we were in love and it stuck. Boy 1 and 2 look on in disgust, while boy 3 looks fascinated. It happened to me. The girl who today I happily call my wife of 46 years, I met her when I was probably around the same age as you three. He slowly motions to boy 1. And I was the same as you at first. I told the other fellas I knew that the love bug isn't going to bite me, no sir. Well, suffice to say, I didn't last very long around her. Pretty soon, I was in full Twitterpation. I went from being repulsed to being in love. Me all you want, but I'm telling you three, you're at the age where it starts, where your eyes start wandering towards the girls, where you start smiling at the thought of them rather than frowning. And you'll even want them to be kissing on you too.
No.
No.
Wow. I mean, no.
You didn't hear this from me, but I happen to know there's 3 young ladies in this here town who have eyes for the 3 of you. Why the 3 of them would be interested in 3 knuckleheads like you is beyond me, though.
You're lying.
But I'm not. Those 3 sweet little ladies constantly rush up to me, all giggling and excited, asking me if I've seen the 3 of you around.
You don't tell them where we are. Do you?
Yeah, it's not really my business what you 3 do. But let me tell you, those 3 girls sure have a keen interest in you 3 boys. He slowly looks to boy 1, a smirk on his face. Especially the girl who seems to have eyes for you.
Don't tell me you're excited about something like that.
Of course not. Nope. Listen, old timer. That was a fun little story you told, but Twitterpation isn't gonna happen around here. Those girls you're talking about can bat their eyes and coo and do whatever other girly things they want, but I certainly ain't falling for it.
Me neither.
Me neither.
That's what they all say. But it's like death and taxes, boys. Sooner or later, the love bug is going to creep up on you. You can run and hide from it as long as you want. But Twitterpation always wins. He slowly walks off stage.
Gee, 3 girls interested in the 3 of us.
That old farmer didn't say what they looked like or their names. It could be any of those girls there. They could be anywhere. They might be watching us right now, and we didn't even know it.
Yeah? So what? Let them be interested. Let them giggle at us and bat their eyelashes and wave hello and silly junk like that. We'll just scoff and walk right by them. That dumbwood farmer thinks he's so smart, but we're different than he is, or those other fellas who got Twitter pated. We're strong and tough. Love isn't gonna bite us.
Right. Yeah, not us.
Yeah, I guess not.
Come on, fellas. Let's head to the lake and take a swim. It's a hot day out. It'll cool us off.
Good idea. Come on.
The 3 boys race off excitedly. Blackout and scene change. We are soon near a patch of trees in the somewhat wooded area of town. Boy 3 walks on first, followed by boy 1 and boy 2 a few steps behind. Boy 2 stifles a laugh and elbows Boy 1 in the side.
Watch this.
He goes up behind Boy 3 and steps on the back of his shoe, causing it to pop off his foot.
Flat tire.
Ha ha. Very funny.
Boy 1 unties the laces on Boy 3's popped off shoe meanwhile.
Oops, the tire lost its treading too.
Ha. Good one.
What do I bother hanging out with you two?
We're just messing with you. It's all in good fun.
Hey, would you look at that? An old abandoned car.
Gee, some older boys must have left it here.
Let's go check it out.
I'll catch up with you. I have to change the tire.
Don't take too long, dummy.
Boy 1 and 2 laugh and race off. Boy 3 sighs and begins to fix the laces on his popped off shoe, then slowly puts it back on his foot.
They always trick me with that flat tire routine. One of these days, I'll trick them right back.
Seconds later, we hear the sound of footsteps rustling through the trees. Boy 3 looks up, a brow raised.
Well, is someone there?
More rustling is heard, as well as some leaves crunching. Someone is obviously walking around close nearby. Boy 3 frowns.
Very funny, you two. Very funny.
More rustling. Boy 3 is now getting quite annoyed.
I'll sock you both in the jaw if you keep this up. Just cut it. Ow.
Boy 3 scrambles to his feet, looking around nervously. We soon hear more noises coming from somewhere.
Who is it? Who's there? Show yourself.
Soon, on cue, a girl steps out onto the stage. She is tall, very pretty, almost bewitching. She gazes at Boy 3, who stares mouth agape, stunned at what he is looking at. The girl silently brushes some hair away from her eyes slowly and smiles at Boy 3.
Hi.
Who? Me?
Yes, you. Who else would it be?
Hi.
Girl 3 smiles and begins to slowly walk towards Boy 3, who can't help but stare smitten at her.
Golly, she's so pretty. Is this the girl interested in me? Could it be? What if the other fellows see this? I could never live it down.
Girl 3 smiles and keeps walking towards Boy 3. He backs up further until he is pressed against a tree. With nowhere to go, Girl 3 closes in sweetly. Boy 3 lets out a nervous whimper and shakes his head no vigorously.
No, please don't. Stay away from me. I don't want to be Twitter-pated. I just want to have fun with the other fellows, not be in love.
Girl 3 does not answer. She simply smiles and moves in closer.
Please, I don't want this. Do I? No, I don't. I won't.
Shh. You talk too much.
Girl 3 smiles, leans in and delicately, gently pecks Boy 3 on the lips. She soon backs away and smiles, giggling a bit as she does. Boy 3 is dazed. He touches his hand to his lips briefly, then lets it drop. Slowly, his horrified look turns into a smitten smile. He is Twitter-pated for sure. He soon eagerly puckers his lips out, hoping for a second lingering kiss from Girl 3. However, after several moments, nothing happens. Boy 3 slowly opens one eye, then the other. He unpuckers as he now sees Girl 3 slowly walking away. She looks over her shoulder at him as she walks, then winks and smiles.
Come, walk with me. Please?
Boy 3 mutely nods in smitten bliss. He walks over to Girl 3 and, linking hands, the two happily and slowly walk off. Meanwhile, Boy 1 and 2 come back onto the stage. Boy 2 spots Boy 3 first, and he does a double take.
What the? Oh no.
What?
Look at that.
Boy 1 and 2 watch Boy 3 in disbelief. Boy 3 spots the other two and, giving them a sheepish, "What you gonna do?" smile, waves to them and heads off with Girl 3.
Well, how do you like that, huh? He's gone off with some girl.
You traitor. You Benedict Arnold. Come back here.
But just leave him. Sissy that he is. He's right. Why do we bother hanging out with him? Him getting lured away by some girl just seals the deal. Come on, let's head to the lake. He can go be mushy with that girl as much as he wants, as long as it's not near us.
Right. You said it. Lead the way.
Blackout and scene change. In another clearing by the woods, Boy 1 and 2 come back onto the stage. Boy 1 slowly turns to Boy 2.
Okay, I'm gonna scout ahead and check for some leeches in the water. Then I'll come back over and let you know where we can best jump in.
Sounds good to me.
Hey, do not let me catch you getting all goo-goo-eyed with some girl. Got it?
Of course.
I mean it. Our friendship will be through if I see you do what that other sissy did earlier. Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Swear it?
Cross my heart and hope to die. Stick a needle in my eye.
Okay, just stay right here and don't move.
I'll glue my feet to the ground if it makes you not freak out.
Boy 1 nods and goes off, but he points a warning finger one last time at Boy 2. Boy 2, in turn, does a cross my heart motion with his hand to his heart. With that, Boy 1 walks off as Boy 2 frowns and shakes his head.
Who does he think he is barking out orders like that? I said I would do something. I'll do it. Sheesh. What? He's my mother or something? Sometimes I like to punch his lights out.
Boy 2 picks up a few blades of grass from the ground and begins to flick them about, lost in his own world. Suddenly, a girl's head pops out from off stage. She spots Boy 2 and smiles, giggling bubbly as she does. The girl, hereafter referred to as Girl 2, strolls onto the stage and pokes Boy 2's shoulder.
Hi there.
Boy 2 raises a brow and looks to Girl 2. Then, the color drains from his face when he realizes who he is in fact looking at.
Oh no, no, why now? Why's a girl gotta be coming up to me now?
Ooh, are you gonna say hello back, or are you just gonna talk to yourself?
Are you talking to me? Looking at me?
No, I was talking and looking at Mickey Mouse. He's standing behind you. He decided to visit our tent from Disneyland and wanted to say hello. Of course I'm talking to you, you dummy.
Get out of here. I'm not looking to talk to any girls. Beat it. Scram.
Well, you're being ruder than usual today. You're so lucky that you're really, really cute.
Ruder than usual. Do I know you? Have you seen me around before?
Yes, I have.
That's gotta be the girl interested in me. Like that dumb old farmer was saying.
Gee, you must love having conversations with yourself if you're doing it again.
Look, just buzz off before my friend gets back. Got it?
Girl 2 sticks her tongue out at Boy 2, who does the same right back to her, then turns away from her. Girl 2 thinks for a moment, then, with a smirk, she walks over to Boy 2 and kisses him on the cheek for a few moments.
Mwah.
What'd you do that for?
Because I like you.
Well, unlike me, if you please, now just go away.
Boy 2 walks off a few steps from Girl 2 and frowns, turning his back to her. Girl 2, undaunted, struts up to Boy 2 and kisses his other cheek, again lingering for several moments as she does.
Mwah.
Ah, now cut that out.
Make me.
Oh, I will. You just watch. You try that again, I'll boot you into that lake.
Silence. Girl 2, almost as if daring him, puckers her lips out and leans in towards Boy 2. He frowns and backs away from her.
That's it. That's it. I warned you.
Come at me if you have the guts.
Boy 2 frowns and rolls up his sleeve. Girl 2 calmly takes out the bow in her hair and tosses it aside, then rolls up her sleeves and cracks her knuckles. Boy 2 is slightly taken aback by this, but he puts on a game face and puts his dukes up. Girl 2 puts hers up as well. Boy 2 frowns and charges at Girl 2, and the two tussle briefly on their feet before they fall onto the ground, rolling about.
I'll get you.
Not if I can get you.
Take this.
Take that.
Why you?
You.
The two kids stop rolling about and settle on the ground next to one another, both panting as they do.
I just gotta catch my breath. Then
Boy 2 slowly locks eyes with Girl 2.
I'm gonna.
A beat. A smitten smile slowly spreads across Boy 2's face.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna just stare into your really, really beautiful eyes.
Oh, you.
Girl 2 leans in and gently pecks Boy 2 on the lips. A long beat. Boy 2 is dazed, over the moon.
Oh, wow. And that dummy by the lake said kissing on the lips was gross. Well, he was wrong.
Boy 2 and Girl 2 both get up and dust themselves off. Boy 2 spots Girl 2's bow and picks it up, then shyly hands it to Girl 2. She smiles and puts the bow back in her hair, and she sweetly offers Boy 2 her hand. Boy 2 eagerly takes Girl 2's hand, and the two begin to happily walk off. Meanwhile, Boy 1 slowly begins to come back on stage.
Okay, I found a good leech-free spot. It's just over. What? You've got to be kidding me. I was gone for 2 minutes. You.
Sorry, pal. We can hang out later or tomorrow.
You're a traitor too, and a sissy, just like that other traitor. Fine. Go on and hold hands with that girl and walk away. Go do disgusting, mushy, lovey-dovey stuff. I don't need you. Our friendship is through, you louse.
Boy 1 storms off. Blackout. Scene change. We are now near the lake. Boy 1 stomps onto the stage and huffs, picking up a few rocks as he does.
How do you like this? Abandoned by two finks that I thought were my friends. But no. They betrayed me. For girls of all things. If those two think I'm going to be friends with them after this, they have another thing coming.
As Boy 1 continues to skip rocks, a third girl, hereafter referred to as Girl 1, walks onto the stage. She watches Boy 1 with a small smile. It's obvious from the look on her face she's seen Boy 1 around town a lot. She quietly approaches Boy 1 until she's directly behind him, watching him still skipping rocks. Soon she breaks the impasse.
Hello.
Hey yourself.
You're awfully good at skipping rocks. Could I maybe try my hand at it?
It's a free country.
Boy 1 looks at Girl 1 and hands her a few rocks, then turns his attention back to the lake. A long beat. Boy 1 suddenly realizes who he just handed rocks to.
Wait a minute.
Thanks for the rocks.
Whoa.
Boy one, in surprise, stumbles back a bit and falls off stage, and we hear the sound of water splashing. He has obviously fallen into the lake. Girl one drops her rocks and puts her hands to her mouth, stifling laughter as she does. Boy one is soon heard sputtering off stage, and he scrambles back on stage, soaking wet.
Ugh, my clothes. Ugh.
Are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
No, but I'm all wet. My clothes are soaked. Ugh, that water is so cold. I'm glad you find this amusing.
You gotta admit it, it is kind of funny. Besides, it's blistering hot out today. Falling into a cold lake probably helped with that, right?
Go away, would you? I don't feel like talking to anyone, especially a girl.
Boy one goes to a nearby tree and tries to dry himself off as girl one watches him for a moment, then goes up to him and taps his shoulder.
I said go away.
Listen, I'm really sorry if I scared you. You have to believe me when I tell you I didn't mean for you to fall in the lake.
Whatever.
Gosh, that kind old farmer did say you'd be a little bit grouchy if I were to talk to you, that I should tread lightly.
The old farmer? You.
What's the matter now?
You're the girl that has eyes for me, aren't you? Like that old farmer said.
I guess it was a matter of time before you found out. Yes, that's me.
And that means those two other girls that we all saw today. They're the ones who are making eyes at my two friends. Well, former friends.
Those are my two girlfriends, yes. And, well, the two of them are quite fond of your two, well, I guess, former friends now, as you said. They've been awfully shy about it, but we all finally decided that today would be the day we approached you three.
Well, thanks. Thanks a lot. A whole bunch. Because of them, those two finks went off with your two friends. Now I'm alone. All alone.
You're not alone, silly. I'm here.
Not like that. I mean, I'm sure you saw how quickly they abandoned things to go with your two friends. Hey, aren't you mad that your two girlfriends went off with two boys?
Honestly, no. If anything, I'm quite happy about it. Happy that the two fellas they had crushes on seemed to like them back.
Well, I'm not happy. In fact, I'm furious.
Why?
Because never mind. You wouldn't understand.
Try me.
Because it's like my older brother all over again. He fell in love with a girl. Now he barely pays attention to me. Now I'm afraid my two former friends are gonna abandon me too.
Somehow I doubt that.
What? Like you personally know me and my brother?
Well, I know you. Oh, come on now. Think about it. I've been in the same class as you since we all started school, and we've done some choir and theater shows together too.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. And I hate to break it to you, but I've caught you more than once looking at me, smiling at me, daydreaming in my direction.
I have looked your way and smiled from time to time. Yeah.
So you do know me, and you do like me, just like how I know and like you.
You do?
Sure I do. You're adventurous, funny, sweet, and extremely good looking too.
Oh, gee. Twitter patient is winning. No. I can't let this happen.
Why not? What are you so afraid of? Is it because you think you'll abandon people like you think your older brother did, or your two friends?
Yes.
If I may ask, does your brother really ignore you completely, even if he is dating a girl his age?
Well,
Be honest.
well, no. No, he doesn't. We still do things together, but not as much.
Now, do you really think your two friends will spend all of their time now with my two friends? I can tell you without hesitation, I know my two friends won't just spend time with them. As much as my two friends like your two friends, they do like to see other people around town.
I guess I never thought so much about it. I always just jump to conclusions.
I admit, there was a time when the girls and I thought boys were icky and crass and gross. But as time went on, it all changed. I guess that's what getting older means in a way. Kind of like you and your friends. One minute, you swore that girls wouldn't come between you, and now,
You're making an awful lot of sense. Gosh, you're not only pretty, but you're awfully smart too.
thank you.
Girl 1 slowly moves closer to Boy 1. Boy 1, momentarily back in defensive mode, backs up against the tree he is near.
What are you doing? You're not gonna kiss me now, are you?
I was considering it.
Oh, you weren't gonna kiss me on the lips, were you?
Well, I wouldn't be opposed to it. You do have a really cute smile.
Girl 1 leans in slowly as Boy 1 puts his hands to his mouth briefly.
Wait a minute. You wouldn't want to kiss me on the lips?
No?
No, no. I mean, for all you know, I might have bad breath. Yeah, and oh, I think I accidentally swallowed some worms when I fell into the lake. Yeah, worm breath, am I right? You wouldn't want to kiss a boy with worm breath, would you?
Gee, you're probably right. I wouldn't want to kiss a boy on the lips if he had worm breath.
Yeah.
Girl 1 smiles, leans in, and gently kisses Boy 1 on the lips for a count of 3, then breaks off and smiles. Boy 1 is stunned, then smitten.
I said you were probably right, not absolutely right. Didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
So, you want to maybe take a walk through town, look at a few shops, get some ice cream?
I'd love to.
Wonderful. Hey, there's a carnival coming to town next weekend. I'll ask my two girlfriends to come with me, and I'm sure our two former friends will be their dates.
Not former friends, still friends. Very much friends.
Girl 1 smiles at this and offers Boy 1 her hand. He smiles and takes it, and the two walk off hand in hand. Blackout, and we go back to the farm setting from the beginning of this piece. The old farmer comes walking back on, speaking as he does. So, truth be told, I fibbed just a little bit when I spoke to those 3 boys. I did tell those 3 girls where those boys would usually go, but I meant well. You see, I noticed those 3 knuckleheads would smile and stare at those girls, but were just too shy to approach them. I figured that maybe a nice little push in the right direction would help out. Well, it's been a few weeks since things started up with those kids, and they've all been inseparable ever since. In fact, here comes the 3 pairs of lovebirds now. Slowly, onto the stage stroll Boy 3 and Girl 3, hand in hand. The two smile at one another and exhale happily in unison and walk off. Boy 2 and Girl 2 walk on next. The two stop mid-stage, smile at one another, rub noses gently, then they also sigh happily in unison and go off. The old farmer smirks at each passing pair. Soon, Girl 1 and Boy 1 walk on hand in hand. Boy 1 spots the old farmer and stops walking.
I'll catch up with you in a sec.
Don't be too long, Tiger.
She blows him a kiss, giggles, and goes off. Well, well, well.
Hey, old timer. I think I speak for my two friends when I say we're sorry for how we acted. And, hey, thanks a lot.
Oh? Thanks for what?
Thanks for wising us up. It turns out being Twitter-pated, falling in love, it ain't so bad. In fact, it's pretty grand if you ask me.
Well, I'm mighty glad to hear that, son. He sticks his hand out for a shake. Boy 1 shakes his hand. Now, you and your two pals better treat those girls nice. I'd better not hear any nonsense going on, or I'll boot you from here to Kalamazoo.
We promise. All three of us will be perfect gentlemen.
You almost ready, Tiger?
I'm coming, my dove. She, calls me Tiger. I call her Dove. I like it. I like it a lot.
Clearly. Go on, before your dove flies off. Boy 1 laughs and begins to go off, but the old farmer thinks of something and motions for him to stop. Say, kid, wait a second. You know, since you and your two pals turned around about your thoughts of romance, you don't suppose you'll change your mind about working on my farm for the summer, would you? I'll pay you well.
Hail timer. Don't push your luck.
Boy 1 smiles and fully goes off stage. Well, it was worth a shot. Slowly, the lights fade to black as our story comes to an end.